All right. Just making sure that we're live before I start saying crazy stuff. Cool. Gonna gather myself in a minute. Here today, I'm gonna tell you why I broke my YouTube channel. There's a lot of questions. Many people have been going, hey, what's going on? What's happening? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I intentionally broke my YouTube channel. And it's kind of funny. It's really, really interesting that even though I'm working my ass off, this is the first break in 7 years of me not making videos. I've gone maybe a month without making videos. And right now I'm in heavy editing mode. And it's real interesting because I've learned so much so quick. But give me a second because I'm also supposed to be doing this on Facebook and I didn't set it up. But let me move that there. I'll kind of give you in no particular order why I did it. First thing, it was going to happen anyway. What's going on with YouTube right now is insane. You're seeing people. Hold on a second. Let me get this in. You're seeing people with channels that were millions of subscribers and they're disappearing. I'm going to give you an example. I was going to say this later, but I'll talk to it now. There was a guy by the name of Soldiers Knows Best. He's a tech reviewer. He took 2 months off and his subscriber base went into the negative after just 2 months. 2 months. 2 months, right? It's a little sick. It really is. All right, for those of you who are on Facebook, I'm doing this live. I'm just setting my stuff up and make sure, yeah, put you right there. Okay, a little overexposed, but that's cool. Let's see what we got. Louis the Seller on YouTube. Good morning, the Godfather of Hustler. Mo Grizzly, good morning. Cocoa Covered Muscles. Hey, y'all. Mr. Shoe, Burns Media and Publishing. What's good? Hey, today it's going to be really, really informative. It's going to be very, very informative. I was saying, Soldier Knows Best, tech reviewer, took a few months off, and his channel nosedive. Now, this is the thing that many people don't know unless you're doing this, that the new features in place dictate that you have to upload frequently. You have to. The old ways don't work. I remember when I could get away with uploading once every 2 weeks. I remember when I could get away with uploading once a month. It's not happening. So the new thing is you've got to upload consistently and you've got to have a deeper knowledge base on whatever you're talking about. Just uploading videos. I know that there's a lot of people out there in social media just saying, hey, upload video, figure it out later. I don't think that's a good policy with what I now know. Another reason that I broke my YouTube channel, I'm just going to go through some stuff. One thing, I got bored. I got extremely bored about things that were going down, how things were happening. I was bored with the subject matter. I was kind of bored with a lot of the responses because it's just something I didn't want to do anymore. So I made a decision a few weeks ago. You know what? You started this thing. You can fix it. So the best way to fix this is to just start over. So I intentionally broke my YouTube channel. And I mean, when I say broke, I am messing around with videos that are ranked. because even though they're ranked, they're bringing me a client base or leads or email opt-ins that I don't really want, and that's an issue. That's a big issue. So one of the big reasons was bored. As I was saying earlier before I got here on Facebook, it was going to happen anyway. I saw it happening, but when I got into the data, because the channel is operating on numbers now, not how I feel, and it's really illuminating some of the stuff that you see. And whether I broke my channel now, it was going to happen sooner or later, because it's just one of the best. It's following your instinct sometimes is a really good thing. I probably would have been able to limp along for another year, maybe, and then what's happening to other people, because you see it happening all over YouTube. It would have happened to me, because one big issue is segmentation, and this is the biggest reason that I broke my YouTube channel. With Hustlers Kung Fu, there are literally 15 categories of people who are coming to the channel. 15. And so I'll put up a video or I'll send out an offer, and maybe one or two of those camps like that, and the other 12 or 14 are alienated. And so that was a huge problem. So I've got a good problem, and that's one of the reasons that I'm going through this, because I'll get into how long this is going to take me in a minute. But it's a good problem to have. There are many people out there who are struggling to get, who have a channel. They're struggling to get a view. They're struggling to get 5 or 6 views every time they put up a video. So I sat back. I was grateful for what I had. And I said, okay, you've got something to work with. You've got something to build. You've got something that you can do about, fixing up your channel. So I delve into it, and I'm learning so much, like the segmentation part. If you start a YouTube channel, and this is something that YouTube, if you have a channel, you have 10,000 to 50,000 subscribers, you get a YouTube person now, right? And part of that thing with the YouTube person is they'll tell you certain things. Like, this is a common and successful YouTube tactic. If something's trending, like I saw someone do this and it was very smart. They did a video on their channel that has nothing to do with tech, and it was like new iPhone 7 reveal, right? And then they went into their spiel, and it made sense. The video made sense, and they got 7 times more views than normal from that video. So it was a good ploy. Now, that worked, but the thing is, I'm going to advise you not to do that unless it works, because what you're going to do is create a clunky channel. Now, this is what I currently have, is a clunky channel. The 15 tribes that come here, the folks who are looking for 15 different things, and you can't serve that many people, or that many masters, without being a massive organization, which I'm not. So building a clunky channel will get you traffic. It'll get you attention. It'll get you an audience. But if you had your choice, you've got a channel that gets 1 million views a month, because this is actually a client that this went down. Client was getting 1 million views a month. Before I broke my channel, I was getting over 300 views collectively per month, right? And the client was getting 1 million. And then when I went into my dashboard, from an AdSense standpoint, I was making more, which kind of blew his mind. And you can do that if you're trying to do AdSense, but AdSense is very unpredictable. When the advertisers change their rates, like I can tell you, November, December, I'm going to probably kill it with AdSense, because it's the holidays, people are advertising, commercials will be all over the place. Then it's going to drop like a rock January. So it's not a predictable business model way to make money. But you do the AdSense thing, then you're creating your channel and you're uploading your videos in a reactive mode. It's like, okay, Trump, Hillary Clinton, Apple 7. These are really juicy keywords. Suicide Squad, juicy keywords. And you're getting the traffic, but when you don't have a core to your offering, when you are chasing trends, then your channel is going to be subject to breaking itself. What was going to happen to me, whether I broke my channel or not, was going to happen anyway. And the minute that you stop chasing trends, and then you have to depend upon your core audience, but you don't have a core audience. See what I'm saying? You don't have a core audience, and it's just going to go really, really bad. But if you build a core audience, you can have a smaller channel. You won't get the views of a larger channel, but you can sell more merch. Now, that's the game that I'm playing, and that's one of the things, which goes back to segmentation. Why I am getting rid of certain categories, I'm getting rid of certain information, and I'm building a channel for the future, because I get, I'll answer this one. I get a lot of emails. I've seen comments. Hey, space out your videos. Stop putting up so much content. I can't keep up with you. What I am doing is creating the Netflix effect intentionally. I've seen this for years. I've never tried to do it. It just happened, where someone would find the channel and they would literally say, "Damn, man, dude, I've been watching your channel straight for 3 and 4 days." That's the Netflix effect. Someone come to your channel and they start like just overdosing on your videos, just binge watching. Now, from a core standpoint and from a YouTube standpoint and from a money standpoint, having a channel that people come to and Netflix on is it keeps you in YouTube's good graces, because someone comes to your channel and literally watches 2 or 3 hours of video. That raises your watch time, because you get credit for that, even if they leave your videos and go watch someone else's. So the more people that you bring in through your channel, it just helps your channel, and it helps it with ranking and authority and strength. Also, Netflixing, that means that you have a lot of stuff that people want to watch. So that's going to help you in terms of positioning yourself and selling stuff, which is awesome. Going back to the 15 tribes. I have people who will Netflix on the playlist, because, and there's something else, people don't create playlists like they should. You should have as many playlists as you have subject matter. Like right now, there's Hustlenomics, there's Hustleology, how to start a business, how to start an online business. The American Hustler podcast may or may not come back. And there's just, it's like when you come to the channel now and you see the front page, it's easier to engage in Netflixing than it was before. So anything that creates a better customer experience, it's just going to help you make more money. And that was one of the issues, because there were people like all over the place. It was like, you've got this group of videos. There were videos that shouldn't have been on one playlist. And so I'm slowly fixing that, because now there's 160 properly optimized and positioned videos. So when someone comes and they start watching this playlist, this video makes sense, this video makes sense, this video makes sense, this video makes sense. So that's going to induce them to stay here longer. But the old way, it wasn't going like that. I would get some of it. So intentionally, I am setting the channel up where people could just come in and binge watch. So I'm building the channel for the future, because I know how important that effect is. So that's why I'm uploading so many videos. My goal is 3 to 5 a day. Also, since the channel is driven on data, I'm not uploading on Saturday right now. I may upload Saturday come after football season, because I saw it coming. And this weekend was, the first active weekend of college football. I looked at my analytics, and my view count for Saturday plummeted, just plummeted. Now see, this is where you got to get into your analytics, and this is where you got to look at certain things. If I wasn't in my analytics and I wasn't living there, I would have been thinking like, oh God, something happened. Well, it wasn't me. And what I mean is I could have put up some really great videos on Saturday and not as many people would have seen them because my channel, once again, living on data, is 92% male. So a huge segment of the groups of people are going to be watching football on the weekends. And if you've been working hard, you've been working on your hustle and your team's on and there's a good game on, you're out at the bar, you're out at the sports bar, you're not really thinking about me and my videos. And I've seen this year after year after year after year, and it's even more pronounced now with what's happening with the new YouTube algorithm. You don't want to upload good videos on days that you're just not going to get a good push from your subscribers. It's just pointless. It's just totally pointless. But that's my data, and then you got to look at your data because this is based upon my audience, my subject matter, my topic. Someone else who can have a totally different topic could crush on Saturdays, could totally crush, but that's on you to get into your data and figure out what's for you and how that's going to work. And many people are just not going into their analytics, just not. And that's going to be really, really rough going in the future. Another reason I broke my channel, I was sick of the affiliate comments. I have a lot. This is a how to make money channel. So on some of the better videos, the ones with traffic, I have all of these. Oh, this was, the affiliate, clickbait, it was just, some videos, that's all that was there before YouTube instituted the new segmentation where they pushed that over to spam, but some still slips through. And it's a pain in the ass. It's just a pain in the ass. And I was just sick and tired of seeing that. Now, with the newer stuff that I'm doing, I don't get that as much, especially with Hustleology, Hustlenomics, and some other things that I'm going to do. And then ultimately, the reason I'm doing this is the new rules, because I saw what was happening. I saw YouTubers much, much bigger than me were slipping. And I'm not, I'm not going to name names because I don't know where they are. They may be trying to fix this, but there are people who, if they don't change how they upload, they don't change what they're doing, their channel is going to go extinct. Because this is how this thing is working. All right. 2009, when I started my channel, YouTube was 3 years old, I believe, at the time. Not a lot of people. You can literally replace a big YouTuber in the YouTube ecosystem overnight. This thing where people were talking about the demonetization and how, the end of YouTube hashtags and all this other bullshit. Okay. As big a YouTuber as you may be, YouTube has way more data on this stuff than you do. And let's just say you're a YouTuber with 20 million subscribers, right? I think that's Smosh. With the new algorithm and with the data they have, they can push and create another person just as big or bigger than you in a matter of months. And to prove this, go to Trainer. The Trainer, this guy, he created a channel, January, right? Talks about Pokemon, how to play Pokemon. He created in January. He gained 480,000 subscribers 2 months. And that's because of the way this new algorithm works. Let me say that again. 480,000 subscribers in 2 months. So they have, they have understudies. Let's call them understudies. For every big YouTuber out there, there is another YouTuber who is positioned to take their place. So with that kind of competition, there is no loyalty. There is no, well, hey, you've been on YouTube 10 years. They'll say that, you go to VidCon, you'll get some props, you'll get certain things. But with the way this thing is working, they can afford to get rid of a big YouTuber. They could totally afford to get rid of a big YouTuber easily. That's why when you see all the conversations and people talking about monetization and like they need us. I'm like, you have no idea how many YouTubers are waiting in the wings to take your position. So that's another thing that you have to understand. Just as YouTube is somewhat challenging, it is also replete with opportunity, because since it's so easy to scale now, if you have the right topic, there's going to be a lot of people who are just going to go from nothing to 1 million, 2, 3 million subscribers in a year. And it's going to be heavily based upon topic. So I'm going to take a moment, since we got a bunch of people in here. We got a lot of comments. I'm going to pop up. Let's see. Gerald Davis here on YouTube. What about channel integrity? Why compromise your creativity versus standing alone? It really depends. Since this is a channel that was created to make money, I don't have any issues with anybody doing what they need to do to make money. But in the long game, if you jump around, and going back to your point to channel integrity, if you don't have that, you're not going to last. So it's a slippery game, because you can do the trendy stuff and you'll be a flash in the pan. So it's just really what you want to do. So we got Lamode. Hello. Let's see. Mr. Shoe Guy, Burns Media. How did you know what to get rid of from your channel? Great question. Data. I'm putting up so many videos now, right? I can look in and see what's working and what's not working. Then I have to take some time, sit back and go through it and like, okay, why isn't this working? Why is this working? Matter of fact, because I didn't set it up to do screen share. I may do that next time. But one of the things is the hustleology stuff, the American Hustler podcast stuff, and Hustlenomics are crushing everything else. They're just doing much better. That's my personal philosophy. Those are my experiences. Stories are not doing anything. That's one of the reasons I have no problem getting rid of the story stuff. I mean, they're just not doing anything. Nothing at all. I mean, some of those videos have not had views in years. Also, this is a really interesting thing. I wish I had set up the screen share. I'm getting more videos now. This is what's funny, because due to the mass upload of videos, right, I'm shedding a lot of subscribers. So it's kind of like I'll gain 5, I'll lose 5, I'll gain 10, I'll lose 20. And I understand that, because I'm putting up a lot of content and a lot of people are tired of emails. I totally get that, fully expected it. Now, this is what's interesting. My view count is less than it was before I started this. My subs are going down, but two very important elements, and this is to Mr. Burns, my view time's gone up damn near 3 minutes. And my AdSense has damn near quadrupled. So let's look at that. I'm shedding subscribers. I don't have the same view time, but I've increased the number one metric on YouTube is view time, because you can't game it. Unless you got a lot of money, you can't game view time. So that's it. It's like, oh, someone watched this 20-minute video, 15, 17 minutes. I hear a lot of people talk about the 70% mark. I have seen videos rank and do well with 40% view time. So 40 to 70%, you get there, you're going to be good. And I have less views. I have subscribers running for the hills like lemmings, right? But I'm getting more people to watch longer, and I'm making more money. This goes back to my point of segmentation. A segmented and optimized an audience that wants to listen to what you're putting out, you're going to make way more money. I mean, here it is. It's in the numbers. I see it every morning when I get up and I go through. It's like, okay, what videos I'm going to do today? I see it, because now the way that the channel is going, and this is kind of like losing weight. Say today is September 14th and you start working out. The work that you do today will be reflected let's say October 14th. That's when you'll kind of start to see it. Same thing's happening here. I look at all of my indicators every morning. And the AdSense thing is really interesting because if you know anything about YouTube, only a handful of videos are going to make you money. So last month I had 146 videos that made money, anywhere from a penny. They include that in the data. They include that in the analysis. So if your video makes a penny or even half a penny, it'll be in that stat, right? Well, it's the 14th of September, halfway point of the month. I have 330 videos making money now. Last month it was 276. So that's the residual effect, because right now it's brutal. It's really, really brutal, right? But by Christmas, I might have 500 videos making money from a few pennies up to $100 a month. So that's really interesting because, see, this is the thing, and this is why that stat is more important than, quote, the AdSense money. The people who will click on ads are also in the same category of people who will buy products. There's buyer behavior is very, very interesting. The people who hate ads, the people who like lose their minds over ads, typically are the cheapest people on the planet. They will not buy anything. They will actually create campaigns and just go on and on and on about ads. But the people who click on someone's ad, there's a higher propensity of them buying your stuff. So there's almost a weird correlation between AdSense and the selling of your stuff if the ads that are running on your channel are not cannibalizing your sales. So that's a real interesting thing that I'm still sorting out, but it's amazing, man. It's just really amazing because I'm seeing this correlation and some other stuff. So I'm gonna go through here and let's see. Nicholas says, I am a victim of the Netflix effect. I'm telling you, and now this has been going on for years. I've waken up and I will see one person leave anywhere from 5 to 25 comments overnight. That person was on the channel hours. And when you can bring someone to your channel and they're on your channel for hours, you get the attention, you get the authority, you get the ranking, you get the money. So if you noticed, the new videos, there are no offers. There's 160 new videos. There are no offers. It's just, hey, this is it. I'm promoting the channel. Now, what's funny is I have people who are like saying, hey, what are you selling? I want to buy something. Because they're spending more time. They're becoming vested in the channel. So that was something else. I thought that would happen, but I thought that would happen at the 3-month mark, not here. I started this project August 10th, so I'm beginning my 5th week. It happened pretty quickly. So let's see. Cocoa covered muscles, right? Me too. Victim of the Netflix effect. Let's see. Okay, they're still talking about. No, I went by. All right, I'll go ahead and go deeper. If you have a YouTube channel, you can look at the video. Now, there's what's called vanity metrics, right? So let's say you have a video and it has 20,000 views, right? It looks good. Then under the video, there's a tab you can hit that says analyze that video. And from the time you've uploaded it to YouTube until the day, you can figure out how much money it's made, how many views. I have videos, older videos, 20, 30,000. They're not getting any views. Total view count for the year was maybe 300 in 6 months. So my benchmark was, if this video is not getting 100, if it's not getting 300 views or 500 views a month, it went. That was it. Because I can put that video up and get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1,000 views real quick. So why leave it there to limp along at 10 views a month when I can get a push? Also, get data on if that concept works, because it is really interesting on what's working and what's not. Let's see. Gerald Davis, I have a very small channel, but I have 586 videos. Gerald, that's going to be the secret. This is what I've learned. The more videos that you put out, the better you're going to become if that's your intention. I started this channel with a Sony CyberShot, but what got me over was I put out a shitload of videos. I remember one day I did 5 videos, long, long time ago. Jamie for Columbus, what's up? Gerald, my content is about empowerment, but I know the intended time they will come, just planting seeds. You got to, put out even, whatever you're doing per week, double it or triple it right now. Let's see. Let's go back, make sure. I need to structure. Yeah, playlists are huge. Playlists are really, really huge. Welcome to the channel, Miguel. By the way, how did you get to this live event? What did you see? I'm just curious about that. Glendon, good question from Gerald Davis. Do you worry about content control, being that we do not own the community? No, and I'm going to give you a real interesting story on why I don't worry about that. Years ago, I had someone plagiarize damn near half of my first book, and I found it. I sent them a cease and desist letter, and during that whole time, I became very tight. I didn't put out anything. I was worried about people going to take my stuff. I would rather get ripped off and continue to put content out or something happens, because when you stop producing content, when you get so involved in that copyright stuff, you lose momentum, and momentum is hard to regain once you lose it. So just put your stuff out and don't even worry about that, because I've only had a few things blatantly stolen out of, thousands of videos. I wouldn't worry about it. Let's see. Yep, time is the main metric, because that's the main metric that YouTube uses. Morning, Rob. Morning, Shalise. Louis the Seller, I suck. Every time I put out a new video, I lose about 2 subscribers, but I use my channel as therapy for me. I don't think you suck. This is another thing, and this kind of goes back to the clunky channel and doing trendy stuff. When you put up a video based on a trend, the minute you put up something that person who came to the channel, and this is a big, big problem that I had, is the people like, hey, I didn't come here for that. You were serving hamburgers the last time. I want hamburgers. Now you're serving hot dogs. I don't like hot dogs. And they're going to bounce. This is another reason for segmentation, because when I did the How to Start a Business playlist, I was doing about 1,500 subscribers a month. I was losing 200 to 400 a month. Now, I'm with you, Louis. I put up a video, I lose a bunch, but I knew that this is part of it. Glendon, this from Avery. Glendon, at what point did you realize that you had to step your production game up? I think I knew last year. I just didn't act on it because I saw what was happening. Being a YouTuber since 2009, I've seen a lot of things. I remember before everyone got AdSense. I remember when they opened up the AdSense program to everybody, how my AdSense income plummeted, and I saw the slippage. I literally saw it, and I was just like, this is interesting. But, based upon the new data and getting in, you've got a minimum 3 videos a week, minimum. You can build up a base and kind of go back to 1, but just getting started, because you got to understand, there's so much noise on the internet. And notice I said the internet, not YouTube, but the internet. And with all of this noise, you're competing not with other YouTubers. You're competing with Pokemon. You're competing with any video game. You're competing with Ellen. You're competing with HBO. You're competing with the NFL. You're competing with NCAA football. There's so much out there for the person to divert their attention that you have to have content constantly coming so you can be relevant. Because look at all of the recording artists who haven't put out a song in like 2 or 3 years. What are their names? You don't even remember who they are. I mean, you're playing that same game. Bob Samurai, love your videos. Thanks. Got this live event from email. Cool. Major question. Rules for Rebels suggested he does great videos. Cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. He does. Good morning, Raquel. What are the sort of contingency plans would you suggest for YouTubers who may have to leave the platform as policies change? Good question. 1, an email list. 2, your own platform. 3, you create your own tribe somewhere else. There's a new community tab coming to YouTube, but and this is something else you should know. When your viewership slips, you don't get the new stuff as fast as other people. So I may not even get the community tab the next year. I don't know. Rob, I'm new to the family. What's up, Bob? Okay, Rob, I've subscribed to the channel. I see you have local and merch. How did you decide to promote it, and what is your opinion on channels with donation buttons? I think donation buttons are cool, but the practical application is very few people donate. I've had one. I've got something up now, and for every million views, I might get a person to donate up. I might get $50 for every million views through donations. So it's not really a good thing unless, it just doesn't work for me. This channel was created and wrapped around my first book. I created this channel to promote my book. So that's how I got to that. All right. So that's all the questions we'll answer. And that's all that's been put there. Some other things that I had. The most you can take off, and this is if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, I'm just giving you a few tips here. Create 10 to 20 videos in advance. Don't release them. Just create them, upload them, keep them private, and slowly release them. You could start off with one a week to kind of build yourself up to it, right? Always keep some videos in the bank. So let's say you have to go out of town for some reason, or you just want to take a week or two off. Your production schedule doesn't change. You're gonna have to, if you're gonna play the YouTube game, you've got to have content. Let's see. Brian Lee, I just had my AdSense account suspended. Not sure why, since I haven't done anything active with it in a long time. Recommendations for getting it reactivated or getting a new account. I don't really know how to answer that because I haven't had that unfortunate event, and I don't really know the particulars of your situation. That's just me being honest, because the way I understand it, once that happens, you're not supposed to get another one, but I'm not sure. How long does it take to build a YouTube channel business? Good question. Depends upon what you're selling, how often you're uploading. A person who's uploading every day is going to get there much faster than someone who's uploading every other day. Let's see. What's up, Tia Martin? If I think I'm reading this correctly, would you suggest a separate channel? If you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 different comments, I would definitely, wait a minute. If you got 5 or 6 different concepts, you need to have 5 or 6 different channels. Going back to what I said in the beginning about the clunky channel, if you build a channel with with a lot of interest, and you develop people who are coming for hamburgers, and you have hot dogs on one day, you have fries on another day, you have apple pie on another day. On the days that you have anything other than hamburgers, they're not going to watch. So you definitely want to create different channels. Avery Brown. So with that being said, is it a prerequisite to have a DSLR camera to produce content? No. Now, this is something else I'm testing. I am re-editing a lot of older videos where the quality is 720p. And one of the reasons that I am doing black and white, I love black and white, I've always done it, but it makes it easier to integrate that because you don't notice the color discrepancies. So to get in the game, you can start with your iPhone. Literally, you can start your iPhone. But I would say do not upload videos directly from your iPhone to YouTube. Have a place to edit them. I would say, and this is something else too, because I'm debating my next camera. It will be a DSLR, but I can tell you the price of this stuff is plummeting. I got a Canon 70D. I got a GoPro Hero 4. I've got iPhone 6S. I mean iMac, the Logitech 920. I've used all of these stuff simultaneously, like filming driving videos. I do driving videos now with the GoPro. I used to do them with the iPhone. It's really about your content and how much of it you have. Let's see. Thanks, Bob Samurai, because like I said, I don't know anything about that. Nicholas Bailey, does having a donation option or a patron option affect other monetization options? Nope. Gerald, okay, what does it seem that the real content tends to get no responses compared to the twerking videos receive heavy traffic like Vines, for example? You are 100% correct on that. Now, going back to what I said earlier, I don't know if you was here. I was consulting with a YouTuber who had 1 million views a month, and he had that kind of stuff. My AdSense at the time was $685 when I did that, was $150 a month more than his. You got to separate views, subscribers, and conversions. They do not all integrate like you think they do. I'll go ahead and 2009, 2010, my first 11 months I did 62,000, no AdSense, right? I had maybe 54,000 views my first year. Second 24 months, I crossed the 6-figure barrier, right? I had maybe 1,400 subscribers. 37th month, I collectively did over 7 figures in sales from day one up to that month. I had less than 5,000 subscribers. But going back to YouTube, there was less noise, so I could have 5,000 subscribers, put a video up, and it would get 500 views the first hour, because most of your views come from search. They don't come from subscribers. So it really depends on what you're doing and what you're selling. And you can't get caught up in the twerk videos. Like, if you want to get that kind of attention, because attention is a form of currency. So I understand that. And I've kind of gone through it because I'm like, I got this video up here that'll change your life. It'll help you do all this wonderful stuff. But you want to look at this chick shake her ass real fast. Segmentation. The people who are interested in mostly twerking, gaming, pranks, current events, the person getting punched, those folks typically don't buy shit. Typically, when you start doing paid traffic and you are spending money on mobile advertising, if your demographic is wrong, they're just pretty much not going to buy any stuff. So if you want to create a separate channel, and this is for Gerald, I'm gonna because I have a feeling where you're going. Create what I call an entertainment channel for twerking, whatever. Put whatever you want, load up with AdSense, but also create a channel for business, because that's one of the things I'm doing. Because I'm going to do a new channel, and I haven't really decided which way I want to go, and that's why I haven't talked about it. Let's see. Thanks. It really matters now that they're requiring you to have an AdSense in order to do live streaming. I did not know that. That's really interesting. That's very interesting. Because, see, one of the things with YouTube is there's so many different changes that it's just so hard to keep up with everything. But I appreciate who told you that, and thanks for letting me know. Uncle G, Avery Brown. Uncle G, I have a technical question for you. In one of your previous chats webinars, you switched between cameras in your presentation. What tools did you use to do that? It's called What is this called? Wirecast. With Wirecast, that's actually what I'm doing to run this one. I can plug up to 4 cameras. I can have someone in New Zealand, and I get their feed. I can actually toggle back and forth, and it's like $500 for the software. Bob Samara, Bob Samurai. Which version? Wait a minute. Hold on. Which version of the GoPro do you use? I have another channel which I rather drive around in the car and talk. GoPro Hero 4. Okay, let's see. I've been thinking about a Canon 70D, Canon 80D, or a Canon T5 since the prices are dropping in general for cameras. What type of significance should I take in? All right, here's the quick thing on cameras, Coco covered muscles. It's not the camera, it's the lens. If you're going to be doing stuff where you're behind the camera, it doesn't really matter what you get. Get a good lens. If you're going to be working by yourself, you want something like a 70D. You want a camera that has an articulating view screen where you can turn it around and look at yourself so you can frame yourself in shots. So that's what you're really looking at. I did not know that about the live streams, Brian. That's really interesting. Cocoa colored muscles. I made a few videos with my iPhone, but in terms of customization and functionality, I feel options are limited. They're extremely limited. That's why I say do not upload directly from your iPhone. William, what's the best way to align your content to a demographic? Be yourself. Be you. Many people are trying to be someone else. Everyone knows who Casey Neistat is, I believe. And when he came out with his videos, I started seeing Casey Neistat copycats every damn where. And I knew where it came from. Be yourself. Be who you are. Put out your stuff in your one. I use a lot of profanity. You know, I use motherfucker. I use fuck. A lot of people don't like that, right? And I understand and appreciate that, but that's me. So be yourself, because when I meet people in public, they'll be like, damn, you're just like you're on YouTube. No. On YouTube, I'm like I am in real life. I mean, this is no persona. Just be yourself. It's easier and simpler, and there's no one else like you. The clip, Avery Brown, that's why I fuck with you. Thanks a million. What clip mount did you use to shoot your car videos? I got a GoPro mount because it flushes closer to the windshield. In the X5, I could use any mount because the windshield was so big, but in the Audi, I don't have a lot of room to work with, so I had to get a special mount. It just depends upon your car and your windshield. Nicholas, is it better to go at YouTube solo or join another umbrella company? How does that hinder you? I don't know what you mean by umbrella. If you mean by multi-channel network, don't join one when you join YouTube. Don't do it. If you mean by legal entity, I suggest everyone that's going to do a YouTube channel, create an LLC, sign up the channel in that LLC. That's my recommendation on that. Definitely. Because let's say, I'm going to give you a scenario. My channel has always been under a trust, right? It's not in my name. It's not my channel, really. So let's say something happened to it. I, Glendon Cameron, could start a new YouTube channel because I, Glendon Cameron, my channel did not get deleted or whatever because it's not in my name. So if you have 5 different channels and you have 5 different LLCs and one channel gets deleted, since it's not you and it's not those LLCs, then you still can go on with YouTube because I'm telling you, the power of an LLC is just it's underestimated what you can do with those. What do you mean? What am I? 55i. What are your thoughts on creating new content? Be more specific. Do you recommend starting other YouTube channels when you're struggling to have success with one? Absolutely. You may find yourself more successful with another channel. If you haven't noticed, I've deleted a lot of channels I had because I got concepts, right? I've got ideas. I got big dreams of stuff I want to do, and it won't fit this channel. But, instead of just being one of those people who say things but don't do things, I decided to walk the walk and talk the talk. And before I started other channels, I had to fix the problems here. And I got to say hallelujah, because I would have made a lot of critical errors on bad information. I mean, seriously, I'm so glad I did this. You don't understand how glad I am, because The information that I'm getting from this project, which is like 100 videos in 21 days, is shaping what's going to happen with the new channels. And I would have I would have failed. Let's put it this way. If I didn't take the time to dig deep into the data on this channel and work on this stuff and fix these problems and address the problems from the core, look at the data, any new channel that I would have created, which would have been created based on old rules of operating, would have failed. So, Louis, start another channel. Should you put out a product or service from the start or put out your videos first? I would say put out your videos first, and this is why. Going back to friction, going back to all the noise out there. If you notice, I don't know when you came in, I've got 160 new videos up, and there's no advertising in any of them. There's a reason for that. Going through the editing process, I got rid of long intros because there was one video, and I know why it doesn't work because I didn't think it was that long, but it was literally 49 seconds before I got to the meat of the matter. That's just too long. So, yeah, definitely put your videos out. Yeah, don't join. I'll give you a hit and give you my experience with the multi-channel network. I joined one because I knew I was going to do some YouTube training, right? And I wanted to know exactly how it worked because you hear people who say, "Hey, don't do it." I make 99% of my income from sales, so if my AdSense got fucked up, which it did, I wasn't going to be hurt like somebody who really needed that money. I joined. They lie to you. They give you all these promises because this is the thing. If you make any significant AdSense money, they get paid the first 60 days they're with you, whether they do anything for you or not. And, there was a lot of promises. The guy wanted me to run some kind of stock picking type deal. And the channel isn't about stocks. I don't talk about stocks. I have my own philosophy on investing, which is if you don't understand your investments at the pro level, don't fucking invest your money there. And I don't do stocks. It's a business channel. And that's one of the things that also I wanted to switch up the channel is I was getting all of these offers from multi-channel networks. I was getting these offers from companies. I was getting these offers from brands. And none of them made any sense for the channel. It was just like, seriously, if some of that stuff I put up, you could truly say Glendon Cameron has sold out. Because it made no sense. It didn't match the topic. It didn't match the content. I was just like, why are you coming to me with this stuff? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Also, I have the lofty position of being able to sell my own products. So I'm not going to put something up that's going to divert attention, create drama, or be a problem. And that's why you just don't really, you've not seen an offer from anybody other than a customer where, part of my consulting package was to promote their brand. I have a consulting business and I want to utilize YouTube for content sharing to clients. Any advice? Get started. Let's see. Miguel Henry. Do the goods of using your real name outweigh the bad in your experience? If I think I know where you're going, this channel used to be called Glendon Cameron. At one point it was Glendon07, then it was Glendon Cameron, now it's Hustlers Kung Fu. When something's in your name, it's hard to sell later on. Let's just say, well, I can't sell a channel. I'll talk about this some other point. But let's say I could. 10 years from now, I built up the channel and I wanted to sell it. I would have to sell the rights to my name, which means I couldn't put my name on anything else, or I couldn't use my name a certain way. There are people who have signed deals that they cannot use their name for certain things. So if you're going to build a company, something that you want to scale or liquidate later, it's best not to do it in your name. Avery Brown, in terms of video intros, what is the maximum length that you would recommend using? 3 seconds. 2, 3 seconds, 5, you're kind of pushing it. I see people who are doing 5 seconds, 10, 20, 30. Some of these videos where the guys just, has that make love music on for 30 seconds. If people love you, they'll deal with it. But if they don't know you, they're going to bounce. LLC. Since we're competing for attention, Mr. Shoe Guy, is there any downside to electing the possible without electing to possible without going an introduction altogether. Just a thought. I have a lot of videos. I didn't do an introduction. I'm debating, am I even going to do an introduction thing in the future? Bob Samurai, lost ad revenue with an MCN. I joined one that had an open contract, so I joined with them and collected all the resources they had to offer and left after 3 months keeping the benefits. Now, here's something else about those networks, Bob Samurai. If you do join a multi-channel network and they offer you music and some of this other stuff, don't use it because they can turn around and do a copyright strike against your channel if they feel vindictive, and that's happened to people. I was their 10th biggest channel, so they may have given me extra resources to other channels I may not have gotten. Also, MCNs promise higher CPM because you have no control over what country. Another thing with multi-channel networks, they give you the option to do non-skippable ads, which pay out much more. But see, the thing with non-skippable ads is it drives down your view time significantly. Let's see. I just read about I just read about McAfee did the same thing, and now Oracle's suing him over trying to get back into the security business. He should have been on this live stream. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, that goes with these things. That's why I love an LLC. I love it. In regards to using your real name for the channel, would it be better to give it its own name and adding your name like the Tonight Show with Paid Percy? That way it would be sold later on. That could work. I mean, the big thing is get started, put your channel out there, and see what concepts work for you. Cocoa covered muscles. Do you recommend setting up monetization through AdSense from your first video upload? Depends. What are you pitching? What are you selling? If you are creating a channel to push your stuff, no. If you're creating a channel to do affiliate marketing, okay, it just really depends. There's too many variables there for just a definitive yes or no. So that just really depends. And now we're going to get into the pitch part. So all of you folks who don't want to buy anything, you can now exit the building. See how I did that? Because see, I'm learning some stuff. My better customers want to be here. Now, for those of you who are serious, and I'm going to be real, creating a YouTube channel that makes money is some fucking hard work. And if you're kind of like half-heartedly into it, or you think that you can just start it to make some quick money, don't do it. You need to have a lot of determination. You need to have a lot of knowledge. This is not a easy, quick thing. With that, going back to my issues and problems, I have traffic that won't leave me alone. So you build a good YouTube channel, you can have traffic forever. So with that, I've got two things. 100 videos in 21 days, the case study, the things that I've learned. That's self-paced. And for folks who want me to hold your hand, I'm doing this. And whenever I get too many people, I'll just stop. I'll just get rid of the link. But $1,500, and I will walk you start to finish, talk to you on the phone, all of this stuff for a month only on how to get your channel started. Because the big thing is starting your channel isn't about the camera. It isn't about whether you're hot or not. It's about your gimmick, your hook, your angle, your unique selling proposition. That is the thing. Let's go back to the Pokemon, the trainer. This guy loves Pokemon. He loves it. He created a channel, and I remember watching, his video, and he was like, when I heard that Nintendo was going to release Pokemon, I mean, you could see the excitement. He loves this shit, right? So he created this channel, and also watching his video, he had experience with video before he created the channel, and that's one of the reasons the channel was so successful. He knew what he was getting into. But if you have a brand or you want to build something, you want to sell something to people, video, hands down, is going to be the number one driver. Is going to be a number one driver. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I mean, seriously, there's some people like, hey, you're going to try to sell me some. And also, those people tend not to be real successful when they start businesses because they're so adverse to being sold that they don't learn the lessons of how to sell. Uh, let's see. But it's amazing what you'll be able to do with video because, years ago, I mean, currently I don't have a Facebook page. I got rid of all of them. I don't have a blog. I got rid of that because people don't read. But hands down, I did an experiment with SoundCloud, and that went really, really nice. And it's going to be video and audio. And everybody that learns how to harness and manage and make money with video, not only do you be able to make money for yourself, you'll be able to sell your knowledge to local businesses. Because I can tell you, I'm not doing a lot of client work right now because this project is taking up a lot of time, but it's out there and it's going to be out there because there's so many companies that have no clue how to address video. Let's see. I don't know, Avery Brown. Glendon, I don't think how much you realize how much you're changing the game with this platform based on your business acumen. Well, we'll find out because when I saw how this new algorithm is responding, it blew my mind. It really did. Mr. Shoe Guy, you can exit the. I mean, seriously, this is my thing. I only want people who want to be in the classroom. You can't beat someone, trick someone. And once again, like the storage auction business, this business of video is hard. It's really, really hard. And you need to let people know that because if they're not really in it, no. Brian, is the 100 videos case study part of YouTube for business? No. Now, I'm going to address that. For the YouTube for business people, I'm going to move them to the new thing. I haven't done it yet, and I hadn't put that out there because some of the stuff that I was going to put in that course, it wasn't going to work. It just wasn't going to work. And that's why, I'm the guy that if I see something's not going to work, I'll just stop it. I'm not going to keep like, oh, shit, people find out. No, this is real stuff. So the new stuff, the current stuff, the stuff that works right now, that's going to be 100 videos in 21 days, case study and training. And then the YouTube consults where I just sit down and map out the stuff with you. Because see, this is the thing. You have got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. You definitely got to have a plan to move forward with YouTube. You have to have a plan like Facebook. Like currently, I am doing this on Facebook, right? Simultaneously, then I'm doing it here on YouTube. Now, everyone knows that Facebook Live is hot, right? Well, I have 16 people on Facebook Live right now. I've got 62 on YouTube. I mean, and this is what I've been doing because if you notice, I'll continue to do live Facebook stuff and I'll do dedicated Facebook stuff, but it's just not the same. And I've been noticing this ever since. And once again, this channel is run by numbers and it's run by data, and the data states that I get better ROI on YouTube, whether it's uploading videos, whether it's doing live, because I'll share all of this stuff with you in the case study because some of this shit's going to blow your mind because it doesn't make sense when you look at it, but the number, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. All right, so I'm going to leave that there. And like I said, this isn't going to disappear because I'm going to let this render and it'll just be up. But, just some of the reasons I broke my channel. I just saw it was coming. And you're going to see, mark this day on the calendar, you're going to see some of your favorite channels just virtually disappear. You're going to see that because one of the things that happens to you as a YouTuber who doesn't have to hustle anymore is you get lazy. And also the people who do entertainment channels, the ones who go through the stratosphere, the ones who get showcased at VidCon, what are they going to do when that doesn't work anymore? And I see a lot of that. I see people age out of their demographic. I see currently there's a few people I'm watching. They're running out of content. they're running out of content. When people come out and say, hey guys, because I've seen a lot of people do this in the last 3 months. Hey guys, what do you want me to talk about next? I understand doing surveys for your audience, but you, as a leader, you should be leading. That's my whole thing on that. And typically I've seen that happen. A lot of people, when people start asking like, hey, what do you guys want me to talk about? And shortly after that, boom, they're not making videos. Okay, just want to say thanks to everyone who came out. If once again, to give you your options, 100 videos in 21 days, case study and training. And I should let you know, it's also going to include 200 videos because, instead of changing the name, my goal is to do 100 videos per month until the end of the year. And with that level of data acquisition, because no one's doing this and very few people can do this. And just, I'm telling you, like one of the reasons my AdSense is quadrupled is because I'm uploading so frequently. I've heard people say it does not impact the ad rotation, how often that you upload, right? I can tell you it does. That's one of the reasons that the AdSense money has gone up, because now virtually every video that I have up has an ad on it. It wasn't like that a few months ago. So also, I can tell you, even before I did this, depending upon your topic matter, you could get higher paying ads based upon how often you load. I've seen this happen. So there's a lot that goes into this, a lot. All right. So thanks for everybody that came out. Once again, if you want to learn all of this new stuff and more, because when I'm at 40 videos for the month or 50, I have to look. The goal is between now and December, 500 to 600 new videos. So that's an extreme amount of data in a very short period of time. It's current data. It's not last year's data. It's not last month's data. It's like what's happening right now and what works right now. So with that, I will see you good folks later, and have a great day.